Hey guys, hope you had a great weekend. Like we talked about last week, we did a little Google Meet for those who were there. We talked about moving to doing 3 lessons a week like this. So be prepared Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to see a lesson, and then to do one IXL lesson after that. Okay, so to start this week off, we're going to kind of try to pick up where we kind of left off back in March, and then maybe even give you a little bit of new learning, because I think you guys are ready for a little bit of a challenge. You got about a month left of school, actually 3 weeks, and I think you guys can handle it. So we're gonna do some one-step equations. So I'm gonna show you an example of one with adding, with subtracting, with multiplying and dividing. Okay, so you might see something as simple as this: g plus 29 equals 47. Okay, now when we do a one-step equation, we talked about doing a t-chart, okay, to show that everything that's on this side needs to be equal to everything that's on this side of the equal sign, right? Okay, and I know a lot of you know how to kind of do this, and you're like, yeah, I can figure out what number plus 29 is 47, and a lot of you do that by subtracting, and that's actually what we need to do. So remember, when we work on a one-step equation, we want to isolate the variable, meaning we want to get this guy all by itself, okay? And to do that, on the left side here of the equal sign, we need to get rid of anything else that's there. In this case, it's 29, okay? Positive 29. So how do we make 29 equal 0? Well, then we just take away 29, okay? So we subtract 29. And the rule, if you guys remember, whatever I do to one side of the equal sign, I have to do the other, okay? So if I make a new bar here, these cancel and make 0, right? And I'm just left with this g, okay, equals, and then what's 49 minus 27? Well, that would be 18, okay? 47 minus 29 would be 18, all right? If you plug this back in for g here, 18 plus 29 would in fact be 47. The left side would equal the right side, therefore we have a balanced equation, okay? So that's a addition one. Let me give you a quick subtraction one. I'll do some really simple numbers too, but I like that IXL doesn't give you super simple numbers because it makes you actually think about the process a little bit. You don't have to do a t-chart for everything, but it would be helpful if you had a pencil and a piece of paper and you wrote down the equations and try to do them out. It's really good practice for high school because you're going to need this when you start working with bigger ones, okay? Let's give you kind of an easier one here. So let's go with g minus 16 equals, let's go 27, okay? So we're talking about some number minus 16, okay? Remember, this is a g. Minus 16 equals 27. So a lot of you know, okay, well, what's 27 plus 16? And here's the thinking behind it, right? Here's your t-chart. All right, we want to get this guy by itself. So what do we do to this negative 16 to make it be 0? We add it, right? So negative 16 plus 16 would be 0. Whatever I do to one side of the equal sign, I do to the other, okay? Now I redraw my bar down here to kind of reset things. Remember, these cancel to make 0. I'm left with just this g over here, so g equals, and 27 plus 16 is 43, okay? If I plug this back in up here, 43 minus 16 is in fact 27. 27 equals 27, so we're balanced, okay? Addition and subtraction is not too bad here. You just really do the opposite. And these are called one-step equations because we're only doing one step, right? We're only adding or subtracting. All right, let's take a look at a multiplication problem. So you may get something like this. 8j equals 48, okay? So what we're asking here is 8 times what number equals 48? Well, a lot of you might know that off the top of your head. You might be using a multiplication chart or calculator. And to do that, if you really think about it, if you didn't know your times tables, you could just divide 48 by 8, right, to get you your answer for you. But with our t-chart and our algebra thinking, okay, we want to get j by itself. And this means 8 times j, right? Okay. And if we do that, we have 8 times j. How do we get j just to be by itself? So in other words, this is multiplication. I undo multiplication with division. So what am I gonna divide 8 by to equal 1? Because I want to just have 1j left over here, right? And 8 divided by 8 is going to give me 1, right? So I'm going to divide by 8. Whatever I do to one side, I do the other, okay? Redraw my line. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So basically we left with this, right? 1j. But if you have 1j, we've talked about this too with a variable. This coefficient of 1 just means 1 times j. So it's kind of weird to have that 1 there. We'll just get rid of it, all right? And you bring down your equal sign, and 48 divided by 8 is 6, right? If we plug this back in for j, 8 times 6 is in fact 48, and that would work, okay? And let's do one more. Do a division problem here. I don't think that Excel has you doing any negatives, but it might, and if it does, just remember your rules. We've done a lot of integer practice with adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing with negative numbers, okay? Remember your rules. Let's do a division problem. So you might get something like this. X over 4 equals 16, okay? So it means some number divided by 4 equals 16, all right? Now, technically, this x has a 1 in front of it, right? Okay? And to get x by itself, we need to figure out, well, this is basically 1/4, right? It's like 1/4 here, okay? What do you multiply 1/4 by to equal 1, to get 1 whole? Well, if you answered 4 over 1, you're correct, right? Because 1 times 4 is 4, and 4 times 1 is 4, and that would just equal 1, okay? So in this case, what we do is kind of looks a little different, but I'll get rid of this again. I'll go back to the original problem. You're basically, we've talked about this, you're just going to multiply both sides by this bottom number. So you're technically, and I like to do it like this, just doing times 4 times 4. And don't forget, let's not forget our t-chart there, okay? Whatever we do on one side, do the other. So these are going to cancel out, and you're left with just the x on top. 16 times 4 is 64, okay? And if we plug this back in here, 64 divided by 4 is in fact equal to 16, so that would work, okay? Take your time with these. Your lesson for today, let me look here real quick. It's level H.Z.6, and you're going to go to a score of 80, okay, 80. If you need a calculator, use it, it's fine. Try to work through a few T-charts and just to kind of give yourself back in the swing of things, because we're going to do some harder stuff with two-step equations next week. So I want you to be able to understand how to do this, okay? H.Z.6 score of an 80. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.